Alrighty, so today we have the big news, the big patch notes and everything for obviously the 7DS and Overlord collaboration. It looks like we have some sort of little notice right here at the top. Due to daylight savings time changes starting next month, notice times will be shown in PDT or PST depending on the content. Okay, very interesting. So that's fine, I guess. Anyways, let's go over these patch notes. So it does look like it's going to be a 3-hour maintenance, pretty typical. I guess before we hop in, if you're new or anything, feel free to subscribe. We'll be obviously doing live summons tomorrow night whenever the banner drops on Global, which will be very cool. And yeah, we'll probably be testing out some of the characters and everything, messing around with some of the new content. Maybe, I don't know exactly how long I want to stay up, but yeah, it should be a pretty fun time. So either way, we obviously have the collab here. It's going over some of the events and everything. We do have 4 brand new heroes, which can be maybe a little scary. I know I always get a little bit scared whenever collabs come out because 4 characters is kind of a lot to summon for. I know that in the old days they used to drop 2 characters per banner every 2 weeks, but you know, we don't get a whole lot of characters anymore, and I like not having to buy diamonds all that often or anything, which I don't buy them anyway, but you know, it is what it is. So I do buy the subscription bundles, if you're wondering. But we do have Ainz Ul Gon, and then we have Albedo, and then we have Shaltir and Cocytus. And honestly, I can't tell if it's like they've upped the image quality or what, or if they've just really worked on these models a whole lot. But every time I see these models, they look really crisp. They look very good. So I don't know if they're just, I don't know, going all out for these models, or if they've pulled them from, you know, a different game or something. I don't know what it is, but they look really, really good compared to other models that I'm used to seeing, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Let me know if you have the same sort of feeling on that one. But either way, obviously we have all the characters. We're not going to be going over the characters individually because obviously they've been out for a couple of days and everything on JP, but we will probably go over the characters whenever we use them in showcases and stuff like that throughout the week. So we obviously are going to be getting a new collab coin shop update. So if you get 3 characters that are dupes and you want to trade them for 1 copy of a character you don't have, or maybe you just end up pulling a whole bunch of 1 character, like Cocytus, for example, who's the free unit, and PvE related, if you want to trade his dupes in for an extra copy of one of the other ones, because it would probably be more beneficial that way, you know, you can do that. So it does list their Holy Relics off right here. Like I said, we'll probably go over the kits and stuff like that whenever we showcase the characters, so I'll just leave it here for a second. You could pause it and read them if you would like to, but of course, because all of the characters are new and collab units, they are all going to be getting a Holy Relic, and you'll be able to get all 4 of those within the events and stuff like that throughout the update. So it looks like a Kumu is coming back for Guild Boss, which is fine. We're also getting some new bundles. We have ticket bundles and everything, of course, for the Collab Banner. We are going to be getting Collab Diamond bundles, 1 and 2 here. Pretty typical stuff. There is the guaranteed SSR bundle. This one's typically $24-ish on Global. If you're in the US, at least, that's USD. And this is actually kind of a nice ticket to get. I'm kind of tempted to buy this one, but you do have a 25% chance to pull Cocytus, which could be kind of bad, but ideally, if I'm gonna buy this, I hope that I can pull one of the 3 characters that isn't free, and then I can help use the guaranteed on my other 2, or like on 2 rotations, or if I get really lucky on, you know, 1 rotation to grab a character that I don't have, because typically for me, I just go for 1 copy of each character. I'm not really too worried about dupes, but yeah, you know, I don't know, could be kind of helpful before you start your summoning spree, so that way you don't have to guarantee yourself a copy of a character that maybe you could have pulled off of this, but obviously it's a little pricey, might not be worth $24 to you, which is completely understandable. So we do have some other bundles here for some just like regular enhancement stuff, which is fine. They are putting out a new weekly subscription bundle. I really like these subscription bundles. They're really nice. I feel like they just have a lot of value here. So it looks like you're going to get 20 diamonds immediately. You actually get 30 diamonds from day 1, which is kind of nice. You get 10 Super Awakening coins, which is pretty cool, and then a whole bunch of different materials for boosting characters and stuff. So pretty nice, depending on the price of this one. Because there's 50 diamonds in it, I feel like it's not going to be super cheap, but I don't know. I'll have to look at the price in-game to see if that's really worth it. But the Super Awakening coins I'm pretty stretched on right now, so I could probably use those, but I don't know. We'll see. Tavern UI size improvements, event banners, and quest information locations have been slightly adjusted, so okay, that's fine. There is going to be a login bonus, so during the 2-week duration of the beginning of the collaboration, which I I'll have to look and see I don't know if they don't go over the banner or anything like this. I need to maybe look at the JP patch notes or something like that. But actually, I think maybe I can look here on the... Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure the update goes live on Tuesday, which is the 31st, and this says that it ends on the 20th, which is a 3-week time period, so that's pretty typical. Normally, like, or I guess for a while, collaborations only lasted for 2 weeks. The banners did and everything, but they have started to extend the collaborations for 3 weeks now instead of 2 weeks. So you should have a decent amount of time, even if you're not logging in every single day for the 2-week duration. As long as you're logging in at least 14 days within the 3-week duration that the collaboration is going on, you'll get all of these rewards. But it's 100 diamonds in here, and you get 10 tickets for the first 2 days. And if you log in, like as soon as the banner drops most of the time, it's going to be a couple of hours before the reset happens, so you should end up being able to get 5 tickets there, and then as soon as 3 a.m. for me rolls around, or just daily reset time for you, you'll be able to log in, like log right back in basically, and get the other 5 tickets there. So as long as you log in before the daily reset happens, you should actually be able to get kind of like a day's jump on this login reward, which is kind of nice. Another thing that you can do is any of these things that you need to do for the special missions themselves, you can do those before the daily reset happens, because all of the events and stuff will get activated in game before the reset, and then you can get a day's worth of, you know, a heads up kind of on this kind of stuff too, so you can get these done a little bit faster too. Obviously the special missions are kind of nice because you get a full multis worth, so that's 2 multis already that you're getting here, a couple of different enhancement materials, and you get a free copy of Cocytus, who is the PvE character. So pretty cool there, pretty excited to get, you know, just one for free, of course, which they typically do. There's also going to be a special bingo event, which you get tickets for and everything. It looks like they put Albedo on the tickets, which is cool, I guess. And you get those from these various different locations. Bingo events are pretty nice. I don't really hate bingo events or anything. Some of the events that they do for collaborations or just events for like festivals and stuff can be a little tedious, but I have to say, bingos are probably one of my more preferred ones, I guess. It looks like through the bingo event itself, though, you're going to be able to get 2 boxes which have relic materials for the collab characters in them. You're also going to be able to get the helmet for the SSR outfit for Ainz, which is going to be given out for free. So you can get the helmet here, and then through different other events, you'll be able to get the outfit and the weapon for it. So pretty typical rewards from the overall like regular sort of stuff, and then through the you know, the all bingo rewards. So like when you finish a board, you'll get these materials here. So looking pretty good overall, not too bad. You get a UR pennant as well, which is also nice. You are going to be getting a new event boss, which is Riku Agania. Agania maybe? I'm not 100% sure, but it's like the Silver Knight. If you've watched the show, you'll probably be familiar with this character. Pretty cool fight in the show, actually, but you're basically just going to be fighting this like giant suit of armor with a whole bunch of different weapons and everything. From my understanding, it's not too hard. You basically just need to bring in like a stance cancel character. If you end up letting him put the stance up, he can kind of just put on a lot of damage reduction and everything, so being able to cancel that stance will be very nice. You can bring a partner into this. It is a co-op event, so you can, you know, either bring a really strong, you know, friends AI, or whatever the case may be. You can find randoms or whatever you need to do there, but you should be able to kind of blow through this, not relatively too difficult, so should be kind of cool. The rewards from this one, you're going to get another Holy Relic box here. This one's actually on 9 clears, so do be aware that if you can do 3 clears of this before the daily reset and you get a heads up on it, then you'll actually be able to do another set, and then on, I guess technically day 2, but you're a day ahead, you'll be able to get the relic box a little bit earlier, because obviously this would be like waiting 3 days into the collaboration to be able to get this box, but I know not everybody's probably going to be up for reset, but either way. Here are the outfit and the weapon here, and it looks like there is an exchange box as well for the other Holy Relics. So these are where all 4 of the Holy Relic boxes are. 2 of them are from the bingo event. You're probably going to have to rush through this if you want to get these like really early. I don't typically recommend that you do that. You know, these events pretty much give you some just like nice free rewards, unless you're just like absolutely in a hurry and you don't care about any of this stuff, or you're maybe super caught up on mats or whatever. You know, take your time. Don't feel super obligated to just rush through just to get the Holy Relic, but obviously do whatever you want to do. I understand that new characters and everything are exciting, so yeah, there's where the 3rd one is, and then you get the one from the exchange shop. So the exchange shop's probably going to be the first one that you end up getting, if I had to guess. And then also there is a Diamond Payback event somewhere down in here that gives you a 5th box, which technically could be used for getting an older collab character's Holy Relic if you maybe missed out on one or something, but we'll go over that in just a second. We do get a new Underground Relic, or Underground Labyrinth season, which is cool. If you don't know, they do Underground Labyrinth seasons in between Heroes Arena seasons. There was a Hell costume that was sort of like data mined or leaked or something like that, and everybody was kind of thinking it was going to be an Underground Labyrinth costume, but unfortunately it is not. But this one is going to be Overlord themed, so all of the Overlord collab characters are going to be available as characters you can roll in this game mode. From my understanding, Cocytus is one of the very first starting characters, and he's pretty good, so this one's, from my understanding, very easy. Although they did make it to where you can't really farm the exchange shop super fast like you were able to in the last season that we got, which is really bizarre. Not really sure why they made it slower to farm, I guess, but at least one of the good things here is that you do get a whole nother 10 tickets out of the exchange shop, so that is a third free multi that you get for the Collab Banner overall, which is really, really nice. Obviously, you're going to probably want to do this so that way you can get the LR seals as well. These are really good, so that way you can start, working on your next LR character whenever they drop it, or if you haven't gotten caught up on those or whatever, you can, build whichever one you want. But there are regular clear rewards as well, and then that's the exchange shop stuff there. They do have a bunch of these little boxes. Here's what are in the boxes. I typically don't farm out all of these because there's so many of them, and if it's going to be really tedious and annoying to farm this, Labyrinth, I'm probably not even going to worry about those boxes too much. But if you got the time or whatever, feel free, because I like Labyrinth. It's fun, but obviously running it over and over again can get a little boring. We are getting Chaos Battle PvP back. This is going to be the second season of Chaos Battle that is going to be happening, I guess. And from my understanding, they have done a pretty decent job of reworking this game mode a little bit. It was a little bit annoying in the last one, just because of the fact that it was basically like a point system where each character was assigned a designated set of points that they cost. You couldn't exceed 5,000 points on your team, so you would have to be careful, like, hey, this character costs too much, I can't run this character with this character, whatever. But in the last season, whenever it was really good in the first week, and then whenever the week ended and it recalculated all the points for the characters and everything, because nobody was using meta stuff in week 1, everybody was just running the meta again in week 2, which made it really stupid. So this time around, they're basically making it to where the points get recalculated each day at reset, which is pretty cool. So that way there's basically going to be you're going to have to build a new team for this basically every day that you're playing, which is a little bit more interesting. It might get a little annoying, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll kind of see as the season goes on and everything. But from my understanding, they have basically assigned a lot of characters on the roster like a tier kind of thing, where if they're a really good unit, they're basically going to have a static cost that can't dip below a certain amount of points, which is really good because it's going to make all these really meta characters like Purgmelly, Demon King, blah blah blah, where they can't just drop down in value so low that you can just run them with whoever you want to, which is really, really good. So that should hopefully alleviate some of the really annoying meta stuff being ran, because I would assume the whole point of this new PvP mode is to force variety, make things more interesting. But if everybody's just running the same stuff they always do, then where's the fun in that? But yeah, definitely interested to see how this one goes. Obviously, because of all the new collab characters, there's going to be a lot of people trying to run regular PvP, and I'm probably going to do showcases in regular PvP, so not sure exactly how much I'm going to actually be able to commit to the Chaos PvP this week, but we'll definitely see how things go. One of the great things about this, though, is if you place in the higher percentiles, you do get really decent gem rewards here. So after the 2-week period is over, if you're in the top 1%, for example, you do get 100 diamonds and 5 of these boxes, which just have some various rewards in them. But 100 diamonds, very good. That's 3 multis plus a little bit more. And yeah, obviously, I imagine all the whales are going to be at the very high top. Luckily, in the last season, I was able to get top 1%, but that was with me farming really, really hard in week 1 and completely ignoring week 2. So we'll see how it goes. Not 100% sure how this season is going to go with all the changes, but definitely interested to try it. But next up, we have the Overlord Collab Costumes. So obviously here are the UR costumes for Ainz. We obviously are getting the SSR outfit for free through the various events and everything like that. So here's those two. Albedo has 3 outfits. One is SSR. The SSR outfits are going to be available for gems. You can pay 60 gems gems for the whole bundle. You cannot buy them separately, from my understanding. And the UR costumes, like every other collaboration, it's very unfortunate, but UR costumes cannot be purchased with gems. They have to be purchased with real money, which is really stupid. So just know that if you're a free-to-play player, or like you're just getting into the game, or whatever the case may be, if you're not willing to spend money on some of these collab characters, you're probably not going to be able to sort of invest into them as much as you would maybe want to. So if that influences your decision on whether or not you're going to summon or not, definitely, you know, take that into consideration. Here are the Shoutier cosmetics. The SSR one is like a little wedding dress one, which is kind of cool. Honestly, I have to say the SSR one for Albedo is kind of nice too. It's not like I know everybody wants this costume, of course, and I actually really like the steampunk style one, but at least the SSR one doesn't look too bad. And then Kokaitis, on the other hand, actually, I think his best cosmetic is this little crab samurai one, and luckily it is the SSR cosmetic, which is pretty cool. If you're interested in Kokaitis at all, or you want to try to get any use out of him, which I know probably a lot of people won't because he's the free PvE unit, but he's got a cool cosmetic set that you can buy. The Diamond Perks event. So this is the thing I was talking about earlier. Basically, if you are spending 900 gems worth in the span of the collaboration, it doesn't even have to be like summons on the banner or anything like that. This is like, if I go to the 600 mark, I'll get, you know, up to the anvils and everything. If I were to buy all 3 of the other characters' SSR outfits, that's 60, 120, 180 gems there, and then that would put me up to around here or so. Like, you don't have to necessarily just do summons, but if you're spending diamonds in the game, you'll reach different milestones. So if you end up going, you know, 900 gems in, or whatever the case may be, you will end up getting a lot of these rewards just for some, you know, if you were going to summon anyway. These are just like a little bit of rewards that you'll get back for you know, for summoning, I guess, so or just spending gems. But so that's actually kind of nice. Here's the relic box materials and everything. That's what you get out of them. Not really important. You get the exact amount that you need for each relic from each box, so that's nice. The check-in event, I think it's going to be automated like in previous collaborations. So week 1, you're going to have Ainz give you your little login rewards. Week 2 will be Albedo, and then week 3 will be Shoutier. So those will rotate. I think you can change it if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I don't know. I think it automatically changes to the designated character depending on what week it is. But there are going to be a bunch of collaboration events and everything, just like they do with festivals, which we literally just got out of a festival. So basically all of these events are going to be refreshing. But the King Exchange event is going to be refreshed, which is great. This one has a lot of nice materials like Super Awakening coins, anvils, and stuff that you can get out of it. Really, really nice. They're also adding this new one where if you have excess legendary seals, which I know like 99% of you probably don't, but if you're like a whale, or, you know, somebody who can do Challenger in Heroes Arena, and you're like all the way caught up, already have 100 LR seals ready to go, you can actually exchange some of them for these little Chaos Fragments, which you can use in the Constellation system to re-roll some of the stats on the ones that you've already completed. So I guess that's kind of nice. I'm personally not going to be messing with that basically at all, but I guess if you need to, there it is. Here's all the other boosting events. I'll just leave it for a second so you can pause it if you need to and read over those. We are going to be getting one new battle event with Hauser, and that looks like it's going to be the end of the patch notes. So they should end up releasing like an overall like banner details one as well, which if you don't know, I could probably pull it up already. Oh wow, I just pulled up all my tabs at once. That's great. But we can look at the banner really quickly on the JP side of things, just in case you haven't seen it. It's pretty simple. It's not really anything super, you know, overdone. I know a lot of the times for like festivals, for example, they shove every SSR in the game into them, but you can see right here, it's basically the 4 new characters. You have both of the better, I would say, or like newer, updated commandments here, or commandments, graces. So you have Red Tarmiel, you have Green Sariel, you have a couple of nice seasonal characters in here, like Ludo, which I think they said he wasn't seasonal, but he really hasn't been on a whole lot of banners, so he could be a nice pickup for some people. You have Blue Camilla here, who's kind of nice, I guess, because she's a guild boss character, but she's kind of, you know, more recent, not been on a lot of banners. Blue Hawk and Oslo, a couple of coin shop characters, which aren't really that great, and then you have Excalibur Arthur, who's on a lot of banners, and then you have Nanashi, who is probably the best backliner for all of these new collab units anyway. So that's pretty much it for the overall, you know, patch notes and everything. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If you have any, you know, concerns or anything, you know, we'll be live summoning, you know, on the banner as soon as it drops on global, which should be tomorrow around 12 a.m. my time, which is EST. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are, you know, prepared. You've been stocking up on whatever you need to. If you needed to buy gems or whatever, you know, do your thing. Farm out, you know, those story quests. Do whatever you got to do. But other than that, that is pretty much it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow night for some live summons.